Hey, what is up guys? It is Loot Share here bringing you another loot video. This time we are looking more in depth at the brand new Abyssal Lords Slayer creatures. These Slayer creatures were released on February 28th of this year, 2022, and if killed on task have a chance to drop the brand new tier 92 Abyssal Scourge, which is basically a new whip that has a persistent bleed effect. In this video I killed 1,000 of them on task to try my luck at getting the new whip. I will cover all loot I received in those 1,000 kills, as well as the approximate GP per hour that I received. Before we get into it, leave a comment down below if you think I got the whip, and if so, what KC I would have received it on. First thing we're taking a look at is the drop table, and we do have a wide assortment of useful items. And looking at the GE values of these drops, it is very apparent that the majority of the money that you will receive from killing Abyssal Lords is if you receive a lucky whip drop. However, the commons that we do have are used in everyday skilling. First we're looking at is the Soul Runes. Soul Runes are taken out of the game quicker than they can come in due to the Fractured Staff of Armadillo. We have Dwarf Weeds, which are used for making Vaughn Bombs and Extreme Strength Potions. Lantadimes, which are used for Incense Sticks and Extreme Defense Potions. Cadentines are used for Sticky Bombs. Toad Flaxes are used for Brews. Aventos for the Extreme Attack Potions. Wine of Zamrax for super ranging potions, the Salvage, which is basically just pure cash, and then we have Hydrix Ball Tips for anybody who is still using the range skill. Now, taking a look at all these items, these should maintain a fairly decent price point. They shouldn't fluctuate much because they are used in everyday skilling, which means that these common loots that you do get should be pretty consistent, barring any future updates that drop a large amount of these items. Now, let's take a look at the loot itself. I've taken the liberty to rank everything from least to most expensive. Starting out, we have some of the less useful items in the day-to-day. Most of these herbs aren't too commonly used, or they have other monsters that are easier to collect large quantities of, hence their lower price. With our first 6 items, we are only at a measly 4.57 mil, but just wait, it gets better. Now we are starting to get into the items that are worth a bit of GP. These items are very useful in the day-to-day, with Lantadime incense sticks being used in every PvM encounter, coins, because, well, coins, and Abyssal Flesh to upgrade our armor spikes, and the Orichalcum Salvage because, also coins. With this second screen of loot, this brings us up to 27.77 million GP, and we still have one more to go. Wrapping up our common loot, we have the most expensive of them all. Hydrix Ball Tips for that sweet, juicy adrenaline gain when using the ranged combat style. Wine of Zamorak to make ranging potions. Rune Salvage for coins, and Soul Rooms to span more auto attacks with the Fractured Staff of Armadillo to do more damage than my uncle did to me as a child. Wrapping up these last expensive common items rounds out our total of 58.98 million GP. Now, taking all of this into consideration, this brings our average GP per kill to around 59,000 gold per kill, which is, well, extremely underwhelming. These monsters require 115 Slayer to kill, and I get better gold per hour by killing Capsarius, which, by the way, there is a great money-making video I will have linked below. But unless somehow the RNG gods have blessed me, and blessed me they did, I managed to scoop up an Abyssal Scourge drop on kill 834 of this grind. Now, unfortunately my helmet did not double it, as I was not that lucky, but we do not have the drop rates released just yet, and multiple of my friends have gone 1,000 plus kills dry, so I have nothing to complain about here. Taking a look at the price check trader, the whip is definitely not going for the 800 million GE value, but it is trading right around the 185 million gold mark, so for the purposes of our price check at the end of the video, we will include it at 185 mil. Now, taking both common and rare drops into consideration, this brings my average GP per kill to a lot more respectable 244,000 gold per kill. This definitely makes the money here a fair bit better than a lot of other AFK moneymakers, if you're lucky. Keep in mind, something like Capsarius will always be very consistent money, while something like this that requires one large drop that accounts for over 75% of the method's money making will always be more consistent. Sure, you may get one Abyssal Scourge drop in 100 KC here, but if you go 2,000 plus dry, you may be wishing you decided to do a more consistent money making method. The last thing I want to cover is some approximate GP per hour rates. Keep in mind, all of these rates that you see listed are based off of the Abyssal Scourge being priced at 185 million gold, and an approximate rate of 1 in 1,000 on task. This could be completely wrong, and will most likely be proven wrong once Jagex releases the drop rates. These numbers are purely based off of the small sample size that I have from the 1,000 kills that I've done. Each of these assume you have around a 2 million gold per hour in expense, and that 2 million is already removed from these amounts. Now, I've heard the camping 1 spawn is around 70 kills per hour, and camping 5 spawns, if you're lucky to find a world that's completely free, is around 170 kills per hour. I've chosen these numbers to provide a solid middle ground. Now, to wrap it all up, would I recommend you kill these creatures? My answer is, I would only recommend you killing the Abyssal Lords if you are on a Slayer task. The rare item, like the Scourge, are generally extremely rare if you are killing these off task. The main benefit of the Lord is, aside from the high Slayer level required, is the low gear requirement. By using the Animate Dead spell with magic tank armor, you are easily able to AFK these monsters with only tier 70 tank magic gear. Now, I do anticipate that there will be additional updates in the future that are buffing the melee combat style, and the Abyssal Scourge may increase in price. But as I mentioned earlier, this task is if you were looking for that huge dopamine rush from a large GP drop instead of consistently making that 10 to 15 mil an hour that you find from other monsters. Did you like the video? If you did, make sure to like the video. Leave a comment down below and let me know what your thoughts are on these new Abyssal Lord Slayer creatures. Have you gotten any nice drops recently? If you do like this type of content, feel free to subscribe to the channel or check out some of my older videos. I generally do loot video related content. Thanks for watching, and I hope you have a great day.